It's a hell of a long name.
Welcome back to Maniacal Music Musings. I'm your host, Jeremy, as always. But tonight, you can call me Bone Snapper. Leading the March of the Ogres, we head to the Call of Void with our fistful of teeth and face the monster prophet of bloody regrets. Dude's an asshole. Speaking of assholes, my co-host. Though he will kick dough with the Black Eyed Kids and is known for burning down the landlord's house, which is technically his own house, so that's a whole fuck situation. He'll tell you the sober truth of his careless psycho symphony, leading the Warriors of Light through Odin's saga. He was born from a womb with a view underneath the cross sticker. It's the highway or hangman for him, but you can't kill terror, so he hides beneath odorous Ungris's phallus and says, "This is my night." Chancy motherfucking Hiraeth.
Hi.
And you knew I was bringing this phallus back in this shit, finally. You knew it. We'll get into that later, but... and we are so happy to be back, folks. Your musers missed you all dearly. And we, of course, are joined by a guest, but this guest, you may recognize him. You may recognize his voice if you're just listening. Is, of course, the infamous Malachi from many of our brackets, a.k.a. Capt'n Scott from my other podcast, Global Strangeness. And he is also the founder of BirdsAren'tReal.com. And
I'm not the founder.
Sorry. Loyal supporter. He's also a loyal supporter of FlatEarthIsReal.com as well. So, and yes, birds are real, Scott. But we are happy to have Scott here because he's been wanting to do this for a while, and I've been wanting to get him on for a while, and it just time it happened. And boy, did he bring us a CD. But we'll get to that in a bit. Well, actually, fuck it. We'll get to it now. Because everybody who knows me knows what Global Strangeness is, so we don't have to go into what that is even. We could do it at the end a little bit. So, Scott... Oh, go ahead.
I wanted to know how many of these you guys have done, right? Because you're not picking, like, your top-tier albums anymore, are you? You're trying to get, like, new stuff in there every week?
Chancy, I think I feel a tad insulted here.
No, I mean it's a legitimate question because we've had a few episodes. I mean, I've literally got like that much actual notebook paper of episodes that we've done, and these aren't even all the episodes. I didn't start documenting them until a few of them down. I mean, honestly, it's not really like a sub-tier kind of situation. I'll explain my process because I have a whole just weird process to go with it. It's kind of funny.
It's not that weird, but I mean, trust me, I have a lot of top CDs. I haven't even begun to touch all of them yet, and it's more just what is called for in each episode. That's the thing. It's what's called for in each episode. Fuck you, Chancy. It's what's called for in each episode, but.
So, like 15 years down the road, you're not going to be doing like MC Hammer episodes or anything?
Might have to 15 years down the road. I don't know about that shit. That's a lot of albums at that point. I mean, I keep saying I gotta throw together like a Google Excel sheet of like the albums we've done already and just keep updating it every freaking episode. But I haven't done that yet. That's gonna be a process. No, not that bad a process, but it'll be a process. A lot of typing, but. I gotta get that done so that we don't start bringing repeat albums eventually because it's already almost happened a couple times. I had to be like, buddy, you brought that one a couple episodes ago.
Like, how does that work?
Yeah.
Or I guess you guys talk beforehand, though, huh?
Yeah. I mean, we obviously know all three CDs as soon as the guest tells us their CD, we both know it immediately, and then from there we both know each other's CD, of course, because we have to. So,
has any of your guests tried to bring the same CD, or how's that work?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I mean, I've had a few guests that like they'll say like a one CD, and I'll be like, oh, we already had someone bring that on, or like, oh, we already did that, and then they'll either pick another CD, or sometimes they'll send me like a list of like 4 or 5 CDs, and they're like, all right, which ones of these haven't you guys done yet? I'll bring whichever one you want, whichever one of these hasn't been done, and sometimes it's only 1 or 2 of them. Sometimes it's all of them that has never been done. So I'm just like, your pick. We never done any of those.
Is there like a most popular? Like, have you got one that like comes? Everybody tries to do it.
No,
I don't know about. I was gonna say I don't know about everybody, but I definitely remember somebody trying to bring Wu-Tang Clan's Enter the 36 Chambers.
Oh yeah, because someone we canceled. We did an episode and they couldn't make it, so we just did our two CDs, and then we brought them back on the next week. And they wanted to bring the CD Chancy brought the previous week, so it didn't fucking work. And we've had, I mean, other than that, not really. I mean, a couple of people have tried to bring some of the 90s metal Chancy's brought on. Like they tried to bring that on, and I'll be like, oh, we already did that. Like different Soundgarden CDs or shit like that. But I don't mean shit in a bad way. I just mean shit in a general sense.
Do you guys have a pretty close music taste?
Oh God, no. Oh
no.
It's a circle. It's a circle diagram. Like, it meets in the middle, but there's a lot of outside area.
I think he means Venn diagram, but you know,
whatever.
You gotta start calling you Kamala.
It's a circle diagram.
I ain't no fucking geometrist. I had to. All right, what, Scott? I'm dying to know. You brought us an album, and this is one of those ones where I really want to fucking know what made you want to bring this CD.
It's one of my favorite. Well, actually, Railyard Ghost's Christmas album is one of my favorite CDs of all time, but this one's up there. I don't know, a lot of sentimental shit. Like when I was a kid, first becoming an adult, a lot of it makes sense. Fell into the whole anarchistic belief system and can't shake it off, right? Just changed it from libtard anarchoism to anarcho-capitalism. So some of it still makes sense.
The hell's that on there? Scott, I just figured out why the volume wasn't fucking working for me.
Huh.
Because it was coming through my computer, not my headphones.
That makes sense.
Yes, it does.
And it, like, to be fair, when I started listening to like folk punk, we had already had kids and shit, but like, you know, the beginnings of this stuff started happening when I was out on the road, and I actually there's this dude Roach in Berkeley that wanted to start a band with me and my buddy Jeremy from the Carnival, and wanted to do the whole folk punk thing, and that could have been an option, but didn't happen. So
funny enough, I was going to ask if you remember this band at one point, because it says they go over the United States and they just like pretty much draft people from like whatever area they're in to like play with them.
Well, this is the model for our podcast, Global Strangeness. That was my original idea. It's just like everybody's part of the podcast and nobody's part of the podcast. It's fucking perfect.
Didn't work out that way.
No, it didn't.
13 people down to 4 in the first like couple days that you started that chat. So
yeah, but we got Bruce and Michael now. So
oh yeah, now
still hope.
We got 5 people. At this point, we can't have any more. It's going to go way too fucking long. It's already getting long at this point, so it's like, ugh. But you forget, I'm on the East Coast out of all of you, and I have it's latest for me out of all of you. So by the time we get done, it's like 11 o'clock, and I'm like struggling to stay awake at the freaking table here. So it's like, ugh.
So what were you guys' honest thoughts on this? I know this is like a very selective taste of music.
First things first, just for dexterity. What was the name of the album and the band?
Hiraeth by Railyard Ghosts.
All right, Chancy, what do you think of it?
Well, I mean, sorry, I wanted to write this down because I wasn't sure whether what was the album name and what was the artist name. I wasn't sure how to take this album. It was something. I really liked. I was able to pull 8 total songs, but I couldn't rank them.
Mm-hmm.
It's one of those things where like the songs that I liked off of the album I really liked, and the songs that didn't hit fucking missed entirely. Yeah. But like it was one of those things like I love their usage of dissonant notes, whether it be through vocalization or the instruments themselves. That was something that I found to be quite interesting. And I didn't even know that there was such a thing as like what does you say, folk punk or punk folk or whatever it is.
Well, yeah, they like to be called like black grass or thrash
Black
grass
grass.
or
Okay, yeah,
whatever.
that's right. Yeah, I was like, I ain't ever heard no acoustic black metal before, but Jesus Christ, you know, I was for it. Like, I was here for it. I was like, it's fucking weird, man. I was like, it made me honestly, when I was listening to it, I was like, I kind of wish that I would have used my nuclear option because well, since he's gone, but he can still hear me. I have this secret little album tucked away for whenever like he just sends something that's just total fucking garbage. This is an album that I couldn't even get through listening to. The one my nuclear option.
I got you.
It's just I wanted to do it because I was like, dude, Malachi's fucking with us. Like, he's fucking with us. I don't know how he found this fucking thing because it's got like I the reason I felt that way was because it's got skits on it and I love those. I usually rank those like in my top 5, either at number 1 or any of those things. So like at first it was like it had these combination, all these weird things, and I'm like, is this fucking Scott fucking with me? Like, is he fucking with us? Like, how the fuck? What the? Is this even a thing? Because like I tried to look it up through YouTube and all these other places, I couldn't find it. I could not find that album anywhere except for the link that Jeremy provided. So I'm just like,
Yeah,
what in the fuck?
They pulled. It used to be on YouTube. They had the whole thing, but then they put it on Bandcamp.
Yeah.
A lot of these kids get fucked. Like we've had the Days and Days guy on, Jesse. I've had him on my other podcast, and like they don't even own the official fucking YouTube channel. So yeah, I think people steal the shit and try because these are legitimately rail yard ghosts. They live on the street, and that's why like half of the songs aren't the greatest in the world. Is because when they were going, man, they were making like an album every 3 fucking months, right? They're just playing on the street, panhandling, and churning out music.
Yeah, but the ones that I did like, I really fucking liked.
Yeah, that's how I looked at it.
What I've been doing for part of the research for the show is obviously listening to the albums multiple times, but like my first time around, every time I'm always playing Fallout New Vegas.
Okay.
Because I've already done most of the main quest, so I just wander around, do side quest stuff, discover locations and stuff like that. And I'll just listen to it, and then like I'll like with yours, like there's a whole mark across the top of the track numbers that okay, track number this, track number this, track number this, track number this. And then I listened to it again, and then I was like, okay, well, I can't rank these because it's like it's got such an equal amount of things that either I don't like in that song, and then all of a sudden out of nowhere it just pulls it from the fucking jaws of defeat. And it's like, okay, you sold me on this track. It goes on the list. Fucking a lot of it had to go ahead.
No, you go.
I was gonna say a lot of it had to do with that guttural, the acoustic gutturals, and then like the fucking crazy, black metal style guitar playing on an acoustic guitar. It's like, what the fuck is this shit? What's going on here?
Well, yeah, no, that's like, because I don't know, back when we were on the road, and these people are as old as I am, so like they, YouTube wasn't a thing back when I became an adult and was like 17 transitioning. But when they finally got on YouTube, they have so many people. So you have people who grew up listening to country, and then for whatever reason they were just like, I'm going to jump on that freight train and see where the fuck it takes me. And then you have the people who like grew up in the inner city, maybe listen to rap. You should definitely check it out. They cover rap songs, probably their most famous song on YouTube. It's a lot of fun, man. A lot of fun.
Yeah, I'll definitely go back and see what I can find now that I know who the artist is.
You have to. I'll send you the link to the Christmas album. It's Rail Yard Ghosts, Krusty Christmas.
Oh
Best
yeah,
fucking Christmas album ever.
I think that might actually be on YouTube Music, if I'm not mistaken. I know there's one album on YouTube Music.
I haven't. That one is only on like Archive. So
Is it?
You have to go to like the fucking archive to get that one. It's
That's
not
good.
even on like they're on Flail Records, and then they have their personal Bandcamp.
I wonder what their album is that's on the YouTube Music then, because I could have swore that it was that one.
Shit, I don't know the name of that one. That one was I mean, they got like, if you go to Flail Records or Bandcamp, they've got like fucking 20 albums within 7 years, dude. It's nuts.
Jesus.
But when you panhandle for money and make music all day, you run through the music. Some of it's good, some of it's bad.
Yeah, yeah.
Where's
It's almost
Jeremy?
like I don't know. He just said he'd be right back, and then just kind of fucked off into the ether.
Well, I am glad there are pee breaks in this show.
Oh yeah, if you got to do it, if you got to do, you got to do what you got to do.
I was on the biggest flat Earth. I'm not a flat earther. I know Jeremy likes to make me out to be a flat earther, but I was on the biggest flat Earth podcast, and this dude's Christian, so he's he's a Christian flat earther. My sister's a non-religious flat earther. That's how I started listening to this shit. But since he's Christian, I couldn't take piss breaks because I was drinking beer, right? He didn't do video communication. So I'm like fucking filling cans, and then I ruined a cup forever. And but he's like asking me questions, and I'm like, yeah, how does that math work?
Oh, Jesus Christ. I couldn't even. I mean, for me, it's like I'm more interested in the things that are more like not necessarily physical, but like something you can literally reach out and get a hold of, like Operation Northwoods or any of those white papers.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not to say that I'm not willing to listen to some type of discussion about the more out there theories, but as far as like
North, that wasn't even a theory, right?
I know. Well, it actually was for quite a while. No. I'm not talking about Oliver North with Iran Contra.
Oh,
Operation Northwoods was something that was agreed upon by Kennedy's Joint Chiefs of Staff, where they were going to use false flag attacks on military installations and airliners to get us into war with Cuba.
Oh, okay, yeah. When they were gonna shoot down the plane in Cuba, I mean, they eventually did the Gulf of Tonkin, right? So.
They did, yeah. They did pull off the Gulf of Tonkin. Yeah.
But leave it to me walking away with you two on my show when it turns into a conspiracy talk while I'm gone.
Those were like legitimate plans. Like that was. Yeah. I mean, it's not conspiracy anymore.
Well, no, the conspiracy behind Northwoods was the whole like the government would never plan an attack against its own people.
Yeah. But they did.
Oh, they did.
I get it. With the flat Earth too. It's like, even if we found out the Earth was flat,
what the fuck are we gonna do about it?
Yeah. What are you gonna do about it?
Okay. Well, let's fucking waste all our time and resources arguing over this specific thing when there are literally a litany of other fucking serious issues that need to be addressed. It's like, it's the house being on fire and you're being like, you know what I really need to do right now? Nothing.
Change the oil in my car.
Yeah, I got to change the oil in my car. Never mind everything else.
There the other day.
Right?
I don't know. I mean, I think they just get nice guy, super nice guy.
Yeah, that is. I mean, that. Yeah.
There, and they stop believing in anything the government says.
Yeah.
But the flat Earth thing, it's like, okay, cool. There's a firmament above us. It's flat. Who cares?
What's going on, Shannon? Glad to see you watching. Now, as far as Rail Yard Ghost goes,
Yeah, what's your fucking thoughts? Let's go. Come on.
I don't think
kinda-
Jeremy's going to have a favorable view on this at all.
See? See?
Exact opposite.
Once again, you underestimate my musical value here. I actually found it okay. I found some of it enjoyable. Some of it I was just like, "What the fuck is this?" But I literally showed my I literally showed my fucking coworker today because he's a huge metalhead music head like I am, and like he's like 10 years older than me, and he puts on video of them like playing on the street corner, and he's like, "Look at these dirty hippies. They need to shave their fucking armpits."
That's what John Buckles thinks. When Jesse came on our show, he was going to start some shit, but he didn't. So,
it's their music's not bad. Like some of the songs I freaking love, and you'll get to my top 5, you'll hear that. But it's just like, I have a fucking list for this album. It's not like it's just like, oh, here's 5 I had to pick. But it's just, it was a lot. It was just different. Like every song was a little bit different, and I don't like the fucking woman screaming part. Like that part to me is just like, what the fuck is this shit?
oh
It's like,
man, dude, I was gonna pick Harem Scarum. That's a fucking old crust band from the '90s out of Portland. It's all women. You would have hated that.
no, I got nothing against We've demonstrated our love for women on this show before. We did a whole episode dedicated to women who could sing great, but it just, I don't know. I really don't. There's 4 songs I definitely got hearted and put in my Spotify like songs list. So obviously I didn't hate it.
You got it on Spotify?
Yeah. That CD's on Spotify. A lot of their CDs are on Spotify.
Oh shit.
Yeah,
I guess you got to pay them or something. I go to Bandcamp. I'm surprised you guys don't do Bandcamp.
I do Spotify. I always find pretty much everything on Spotify, except some comedy albums. But
I don't do Spotify Premium, so I usually don't. I try to stay away from Spotify as much as I can.
I had to
as
listen
far
to
as
your
like
guys'
for CDs.
on YouTube. It was like mixing it and shit.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, if you don't pay for Spotify Premium, it does a shuffle.
Yeah,
it's fucking bullshit.
Podcasts are still good, but
podcasts are fine, but yeah, if you're trying to listen to an album for research reasons, it's like, you want to listen to this thing? Well, fuck you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I pay for Spotify. It's because for podcasts and for fucking music. I was using Apple, but they didn't have one app you could use in your Android, so I switched to Spotify. And
yeah, April, that makes sense.
Hey, April, what's going on? And yes, everything does require a woman's touch. I 100% agree. Everything. But,
I don't know. Does Guar?
Actually, they
did.
They did.
Does Guar pre 1990?
I do believe that they did.
Okay.
I would have to look up. I would have to look up when "Don't Need a Man" came out, but yeah, they had a female character in the band.
I'm like Lordy did. So if Guar didn't, Lordy did the next best thing when they came out. So, but they actually focus. They feature the female now very often on songs. But
Guar was I had not. That album came out in 2004. I don't think I've heard Guar since 2004, dude. I went watching the shit on the TV, square TV. That was cool.
I went and saw him a bunch of times. It was such a great time.
Yeah, I bet live that's a fucking.
It's fucking insane.
All right, well, Scott, off your own album, what were your top 5 songs?
Okay, starting in my top 5, going 5 to 1, right?
Yes, sir.
Yep.
Okay, so Minor Flail, The Summoning, that was number 1, and I know that's just like the intro, not entirely a skit, but the fucking lyrics, it just brings me back to being 17 again. So rolling 13 deep, I love that shit. And then the chanting, that's like drunk speak all over the world, right? That's what we do with our friends. we start chanting fucking songs at the end of the night. So that was my number 5.
Oh, you keep going. You go through your whole list.
I keep going. Okay. And number 4 is Warriors of Light. So this is the perfect fucking song to sit by a river and fish and drink beers.
See, when Chancy sits by a river, he's just sitting there with his gray beard telling kids stories.
You know how you know that's a lie? You ain't gonna catch me out. You ain't gonna catch me outside.
How about that?
No, man. The fucking Warriors of Light, sitting by a river. It's got that like perfect, just chill rhythm. Fucking cooking some food on a fire and drinking some beers. I think that's fucking perfect for that. And then number 3, burning down the landlord's house, even though it's ironic, right? It's what everybody wants to fucking do, right? Yeah, it's just a solid sing-along to anthem.
It is.
And then Fear Not would be number 1. I think that song just like invokes anarchism no matter which way you want to do it. It, just live free, stop worrying about the shit, and then the chanting at the end fucking brings it all together for me. And my number 1, Mad Mulligan. Come on now. We're getting into Halloween. It's almost October. Krusty Kid spell to Odin. That shit's fucking awesome, dude. That was the first song I heard off of this album. And that shit, you got to listen to the lyrics.
Oh, I did. I listened to the CD twice today, actually, because I wanted to actually hear what they were saying. But
love that fucking song, dude.
You'll see when I get to mine. But Chancy, what were your top 5? I'm dying to hear this.
So, like I was telling Malachi, man, I have 8 songs altogether, but
I got 9. Suck it.
None of them are in any particular order. All of these songs are songs that like impacted me in a fashion that I was like, man, I like that. I couldn't put something. I can't be like, oh, this is number 5, because it's like there's so many elements of certain songs that are like I wasn't feeling it, and then all of a sudden something happens, and I'm like, okay, this one goes on the list. But Call of the Void was one of them. March of the Ogres. Grandsons of Pullman Porter. That was pretty all right.
That's a good fucking story.
Yeah.
I like that.
Read Between the Times was pretty good. Burning Down the Landlord's House. My Oh Me. Careless. And then Minor Flail the Summoning was pretty fucking kick-ass as well.
Yeah, I like when they changed the fucking go to the Spanish and then it's chanting.
Yeah.
The hook, dude.
I mean, this CD basically to me was like the biggest acid trip ever, because it's like literally jumping from one nightmare sequence to the next almost in a way. And it's just like, what the fuck is going on here? Like I literally had to keep checking to see if the songs changed at certain points, because I'm like, did it go to the next song? Oh no, it's still the same 16-minute song.
Yeah, right.
Did you think I was fucking with you like Chancy did?
No.
Okay.
I knew right away. I'm like, as soon as I heard snippets of it when I was going to pick my CD the first time he gave it to me, I was like, this is Scott. I'm like, this is so fucking Scott. I fucking know this. This is Scott. I'm like, I knew he was either give me some weird shit like this, or he was going to give me some like 90s ska punk stuff. Like,
no, it was either this or Diane Word. So
I would have loved that. That would have been so awesome.
But so yeah, unlike you, Chancy, I was able to number mine. It took some renumbering here and there, but I did get 9 altogether, because there are 4 honorable mentions for damn sure. My Oh Me was my first honorable mention. Highway or Hangman Part 1 was the next honorable mention, because that song's freaking awesome. I mean, that's like a lot of these remind me of pirate songs, like in a way. Like that's
dude.
Like,
Krusty Kids are pirates. Ride the fucking train, town to town.
Well, I mean, I swear to God, that's why I thought you were part of this band or something at some point. Like, I'm like, is Scott like jumping trains from carnival to carnival while he's in this
Not
band? Like,
yet,
what the fuck?
dude. Not yet. It's a retirement plan.
Oh, you're going back to the carnival for retirement. Okay. Chancy, calm down. I know he's carnival folk. Calm down.
I know. He's just looking at me like a circus guy.
I'm just keeping my mouth shut.
Hatred.
I'm just keeping my mouth shut.
I've already admitted that you guys had talent and we're just a bunch of tweakers.
And that's why we're cool.
My third honorable mention was Careless. And my last honorable mention was Mad Mulligan's Conjuration Part 1. I didn't like Part 2. I liked Part 1.
Dude, Part 1, fucking solid song.
It is.
You should cast that spell.
Number 5 was Call of the Void. Because the speech in it reminds me of a certain Nightwish speech in a 21-minute song I made Chance to listen to.
Yeah, it happened.
And number 4 was Warriors of Light, because that song is fucking incredible.
Yeah, that one's good.
And then number 3 was the March of the Ogres, which I could have swore Queen did a song called that too. Oh no, that was Battle of the Ogres, not March of the Ogres. But March of the Ogres was an awesome fucking song. I mean, I love anything based in folklore, as Scott damn well knows. So March of the Ogres was a good song. And it's funny. I feel like Scott brought this album for certain reasons for me, just like if there's reasons I brought mine for him. But
this is one of my favorite albums, dude. Like,
I'm not saying mine's not either, but
the first Bad Brains album, like, up there, dude.
Well, number 2 was Burning Down the Landlord's House, because that's the first CD in this. That's the first song on the CD I really fell in love with. Like, it took a couple tracks to get to that one, and once I got to that one, I was like, all right, this actually isn't bad. I'm like, this song's pretty good. That reminded me of like a more punk Dropkick Murphy song in a way. And then number 1 for me, which no one has mentioned this song yet, and I'm like, what the fucking fuck? But my number 1 song was Odin Saga, because that literally is a Norse mythology tale in that song. It's a real Norse mythology tale. I knew it word for word before they said the next word. It's perfect. I fucking loved it. That's the song I sent to my friend, and I'm like, you gotta listen to this, because he loves songs about mythology like I do. So
you gotta listen to Blackbird Rom. They're way more into the fucking Odin legends. Same folk punk shit.
There's a lot of groups that are into the fucking Norse legends. There's a lot of fucking groups that are into Norse legends. It's good songwriting material. But I mean, Led Zeppelin fucking did it, for God's sake.
Yeah, they were pretty big into Aleister Crowley too. Weirdos.
Yup.
Nothing wrong with being into Aleister Crowley. We talked about this week on Global Strangeness. I mean, Aleister Crowley was a partier and a fucking. You knew how to have a good time.
Sleeping with goats and children. He's your dude.
Yeah, well, you could hang out with somebody now, like everything they do. You think all the guys hanging out with Charles Manson were there to fucking because they wanted to kill and cause chaos? No, they just wanted all the fucking bitches he left behind. But that's my theory. But all right, well, speaking of bitches left behind, Chancy, let's go to your CD.
Oh damn, that sounds like fighting words.
Yeah, he's getting them in quick and early, so that way, because I mean, I'm pretty sure he understands the murder train that's coming.
I don't think I do actually.
Fucking
somebody liked a certain somebody last time they were on the show.
Yeah. You ever have one of them times where you got real drunk and you slept with the ugliest motherfucker at the party, and then you wake up the next day and you realize that you made a terrible mistake? That's kind of what happened here. Except for, the first one was the night before, and this album was this morning.
Okay,
so,
well, Chancy, what have I told you about telling our meat story on the fucking show? Jesus.
Yeah, I think you should put some Vaseline on your butthole tonight, Jeremy.
Woo!
Oh, it did. Reverse it.
So I actually chose Guar's War Party. I love fucking Guar in the first place. It's the shtick behind the band, like the whole storyline, the way they incorporate actually making music with the storyline, it's primo. And I was listening to a couple of the tracks, getting a little feel for it when Jeremy first, showed me what you had sent. And then I listened to the shit that Jeremy sent. And then like I was like, oh, okay, well, let's go to the old handy dandy shuffle button, and fucking right up out the gate was one of the songs off my list. And I was like, oh, okay, fucking I picked a live album of theirs, but I haven't actually picked an album. Fucking it works. So I picked it.
all the meanwhile, while he pictures Odorous Ungress's phallus just swinging in front of him, and he's just like,
I loved their interviews, dude. When they would show up in the Speedo and the big foam suits, like, shit was badass.
I remember when Odorous would star on the Red Eye show on Fox News, just fucking talking trash. Just that's all he did was just talk shit. In general, nobody was safe. But this, honestly, if you listen, like when you're listening to it and understanding when it came out, it's really kind of like a clapback to the times that were there, talking about all types of crazy shit, the shit that was going on in the Middle East with the wars.
Yeah,
and
well, not right when it started, but that's when I would have been drafted. So,
well, I mean, 03 would have been when we went into Iraq and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a very political album. It definitely is. I mean,
they do a lot of subversive political stuff while doing their I want to kill all humanity shtick thing.
Oh, if you listen to the fucking Live from Mount Fuji album, they definitely have the skits definitely prove that shit.
Oh yeah, when I first saw them, it was back in 08. They had like life-size, people dressed up like Hillary, Obama, and John McCain, and they just fucking like they decapitated one of them. I think they tore Hillary's tits off, and I think they fucking pulled Obama's fucking mandible off. But the shtick is they always shoot fake blood and stuff, whether it's alien blood or human blood, or if Odorous is wearing his cod piece, it's like fucking fake semen.
It would be awesome to see him live. Like if I got to see what you guys picked first, I probably would have picked G.G. Allen, Hated by a Nation, and then we would have had two groups in Speedos. So.
What do you mean Speedos? G.G. Allen fucking went nuts out.
Yeah, when he started.
Yeah.
I mean, and trust me, it is awesome to see him live. Chancy will tell you, especially if you're behind the only girl in the audience.
In the front row, not the audience.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It was literally, I was third row, but it might as well have been first row because the two people in front of me were literally like chest high short. And he come out with this giant cod piece, and I knew what was about to happen. And I'm kind of looking down and around, and I noticed that there is not a single woman in the front row except for the one directly in front of me.
Oh, shit.
And I'm just like, oh, shit. So he starts just unleashing the fury on this poor girl, and it's just ricocheting over her head onto her boyfriend. And I'm like this, I'm just like, it's not real. It's not real. It's not real. It's not. He's fucking so stoked. He's like, Odorous came on my girlfriend. I'm just like, oh my God. It's fine. This is fine. You don't wear your good clothes to a Guar show. This is understood.
And Chancy's just behind him like, Odorous came on me. Odorous came on me. Like crying at the same time, but
a little bit of splashback,
Did you save any? Like when they die, dude, that might be worth some money.
Well, Odorous already died. The lead singer died. They're still touring. They just got a new singer. I haven't went and seen him since, unfortunately. But
see, dude,
yeah,
damn, that'd be worth some money.
Yeah,
you could sell on eBay. Odorous's semen, $5,000 a vial.
Possibly.
Yeah, dude, they were selling Disneyland fucking Mount Splash or whatever the hell the ride was, water when they
Splash Mountain.
Splash Mountain, yeah.
Jesus Christ, that's stupid.
Ew, why would you want that water? It's got more germs in it than a fucking AIDS pool.
Well, and like, who the hell tells it's from that water, right? You just film
Seriously.
it
Right.
in your sink
Some,
and fucking
someone just dumping some Poland Springs into a fucking tube like, it's Splash Mountain.
just get
It'd
some
have to have the
fucking,
official provenance.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
guess
yeah.
they do kind of dye it a little blue, so you'd have to work
Yeah.
some fucking food color in there. But
And I mean,
Just
you
get
could,
that blue toilet water.
you could
There
test
you
it. You could test it. You just gotta fucking hold the black light up to it and see how much shit sparkles. Because in that water, there's definitely some throw up and shit. But, and all right, well, as our guest, Malachi, what did you think of Guar?
Guar!
so, like I said, I had not heard this album. At least it said on Spotify it came out in 2004,
Yeah.
and it probably was like 2004 to 2002 the last time I'd even heard Guar. And that shit was fucking awesome back in the day. Like when you'd get super stoned and like fucking listen or watch the shit was even better because you're like, what the fuck is going on, dude? But yeah, no, like Guar has a bunch of really good song. Like it's got that fucking thrash feel to it. I'm just not really part of the whole like melodic metal stuff. But like if you listen to the thrash part of it, it's fucking on point.
Well, see, I'm the opposite of you, Scott.
You like the melodic shit?
I love the melodic metal. That's my metal. That's my Chancy knows that's my metal genre. And like,
boy, don't I know.
He's in
Had to
therapy
listen to some, huh?
He's in therapy.
So much.
But
so much.
The thrash stuff, I mean, certain songs I could do with thrash stuff in, but some of the songs on this album, I'm just like, they were better with the skits opening them up. But I mean, like, Bring Back the Bomb, I didn't even like this time around. I liked it better with the fucking skit of fucking Osama bin Laden before it. So.
No, man, I could imagine seeing them fucking live and like during those thrash parts. There are some good songs in there where like I've never been to a Guar show. I don't know if people start picking up the chains and we get into this like hardcore rhythm shit doing karate in the middle and then like right back into a circle pit. But fucking like they've got some shit you could dance to. You know what I'm saying?
It was pretty big. It was, hey, what's up? Yeah, it's honestly a basic kind of mosh pit thing more than anything. It's like circle pit, mosh pit, no hardcore dancing or anything like that. Just fucking
everybody's slipping on the everybody's slipping on the fake blood and sperm.
Mostly everybody's. Go ahead.
No, you go. I'm sorry.
I was gonna say, yeah, mostly it's kind of limited movement because of all the. They basically just hose everybody down to keep them cool because everybody's just so packed up to the fucking stage. It just gets hot, so they hose you down.
I bet you if fucking like before they were big, those shows would have been fucking awesome, dude.
Oh, dude, it'd
like
been fucking insane.
You go to like a club where there's 60 fucking people there, and there's these people out in fucking costumes and shit. And the music,
Dave Brockey's a genius. Was a genius.
It's like a Green Jelly concert. They fucking throw out like all these freaking foam ass masks, like big ass bodysuits for you to put on, and like the mosh shit becomes insane. Like these people can't even see where the fuck they're going. They're just like running into everybody. It's hilarious. and meanwhile, the lead singer's just up on stage stripping down to his fucking boxers. But because why not? And making you yell at his band suck. And making you yell at his band sucks. But
yeah.
Jeremy, you took a 20-minute sabbatical. I've had about 4 or 5 beers. I got to piss real quick.
Well, I'll just go on Chancy's album while you go ahead.
Okay, cool. Take me 30 seconds. I swear to God.
Yeah, it wasn't. Trust me, it was no sabbatical, but it was war. But yeah, Gore. I do like him. I do love Gore. You know that. Gore's the shit. I enjoyed this fucking album. I did. I enjoyed it, but I mean, it's just it's one of the few bands I prefer live. I mean, yeah, you can understand more what they're saying on this CD, which makes it a little better because you guys understand the lyrics. But because it's not the fucking guitars turned to like 15 and the lyrics are like 5. But it was a good album. I mean, I'm kind of curious to see what else War's done.
Lots of stuff.
Oh,
lots of stuff.
I know. I know.
Their jazz songs pretty fucking kick ass.
Some Dave Matthews Squire, all right.
Oh, it's not Dave Matthews by any means. It's literally like it's a whole thing. I'll bring that one someday, and you'll be like, "What the fuck?"
But I enjoyed it. I mean, of course, the whole time I'm picturing Odor Sunburst in front of you, and I'm just laughing the whole time, knowing I'm going to get to bring that up in the show and make you tell the story again, which, of course, is going to be all the more pleasant. But yeah,
I suppose
Gore's not bad. I can do Gore. I can do Gore. It's a lot better than other bands you brought on. I'd rather do Gore than fucking Soundgarden again. So,
sorry guys, that never happens when I'm podcasting.
Yeah, right. How many times in fucking Global Strangeness will someone be like, Scott, I'm looking away for a second. I'm just like, he's taking a piss break again.
Well, goddamn, the show goes like 2 hours, dude. You got to take.
I know. We need to have a talk about that actually, but so Chancy, what were your top 5 of your album?
So for me, number 5 was "You Can't Kill Terror." Number 4 was "Womb with a View," and number 3 was "War Party." Number 2 is "Crostica." And for me, number 1, any opportunity that I have to make it number 1 is always going to be "Bring Back the Bomb." Always. That song is fucking, dude. Not only is it a great way to start this album just on its own, but just the lyrics of that song hit so much harder than the fucking song itself. It's just like, holy shit. Like when they're talking about the whole, making the bet about whether or not it would ignite the atmosphere, or the part like halfway through the song where he's like, and while we're at it, let's go nuke Tibet. Let's vaporize the oceans with glee. Saving the whales, an agenda for some. Nuking them sits well with me. Like, that's so fucking awesome. Like, fuck.
Well,
fuck the way.
That was a real concern, right? Like,
they
blow up the fucking atmosphere.
Yeah, they did a mathematic check, because they were concerned that there's a possibility that it would have a chain reaction to ignite the atmosphere.
And they did it anyway.
Well,
Yeah, I mean, government does what the government does, but I mean, bring back the bomb's not the same without Osama bin Laden like getting his head ripped off in the beginning. I'm just saying.
Yeah, but without being able to see it, it doesn't have any point to it.
Oh, I could hear it and I could picture it in my head. So, but Scott, what were your top 5 Gore songs?
Okay, I had some overlap with Chancy there. I got number 5, "Womb with a View." So the start of this fucking song is pretty awesome, dude. But then like the ballads, just if they cut all that shit out, this would be number 2.
Nice.
And then number 4, I got "Crostica."
Nice.
The lyrics in this one are pretty fun. I like the lyrics from that one. And then number 3, I got "War Party." This one, the beginning and the fucking end are just like, I wish they were a small band and I saw them in a small club. And I guarantee even that middle ballad part, you'd get some hardcore dancing in there. But everything sounds different when they're, in a studio making the shit sound perfect.
Yeah.
Number 2, I've got the Reginator.
Yeah, Reginator. Yeah, the Reginator. Yeah, like the fucking President Reagan.
Yeah. So this one,
yeah,
this one's fucking fast, and it does have those like hardcore breakdowns where we're picking up the chains and doing karate in the circle. I fucking like that shit. And then my number 1, "Bonus Plan," dude. This is straight to the point. minute-long song. Fucking get it done, son. Long enough for me to be in there.
Oh, I hope you don't say it to your wife, but I mean, Jesus.
Yeah, 30 seconds for my wife. Come on now.
Chancy's like 30 seconds. That's not even long enough for me to get my paddle out. But there's a whole thing on that about that on a previous bracket. But number 6 is for me because I had one honorable mention for 4.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
My honorable mention was the bonus plan because it is just a minute of amazing fucking tunage. And I actually gave Chancy, I gave a non-lyrical song a fucking number in this one. You're lucky, but yes, jump for joy. Number 5 was Cross Sticker because was that in the live album or not? I can't remember.
Yep, it was.
Okay, I thought so. I thought I heard that name before, but tell Vito shut the fuck up. But number 4 was Womb with a View because that song is fucking hilarious and that's my kind of song. Number 3 was You Can't Kill Terror because that's a fucking amazing song and that reminds me of like something Lordy would do. And then my top 2, no one fucking mentioned. I'm like, what the fucking shit? This is too much of a trend tonight. But number 2 was Fistful of Teeth because that
was
song,
all right, yeah.
The lyrics in that song are fucking incredible. And then number 1 was Bone Snapper, which is the best wrestling name ever.
That was all right. Yeah,
You picked it for the name.
Like that would have been the best wrestling name ever. Bone Snapper. That should have been fucking Kevin Nash's name in Spider-Man. Fuck Bonesaw.
You mean fucking Randy Savage? You goddamn mouth-breathing mongoloid.
Okay with the alliteration there, buddy. Yeah.
Like, what the fuck? Kevin Nash? How do you mix up Kevin Nash and Macho Man Randy Savage? They're literally 2 feet fucking apart in height, man.
Tell Vito shut up. I could hear his bitching in the background. But yeah, I don't know. And Bone Snapper was just an amazing song. Like I love songs like that. And actually, it's very similar to music we might be doing in a bracket pretty soon. Just saying. I'm not exactly gonna pick War, but I'm saying there might be something coming up somewhere. We'll see.
So are you doing the bracket on this show?
No. We only do music brackets on this show.
Well, you said you were doing a music bracket.
Which one are you talking about? I talked to you about like 3 brackets in the last week.
You were just talking about it.
Oh yeah, it'll be on this show. Yeah, it'll be on this show.
Okay, cool.
It'll be on this show at some point. But well, it's that time. The best always gets saved for last in the show. Usually, like,
oh god damn it! I thought we were done. I thought we fucking made it through on this fucking son of a bitch.
Why did my record go first, dude?
Guest
the guest.
I thought we were saving the best for the last, though.
The guest always goes first, and Jeremy likes to, live his delusions of grandeur by thinking.
I'm not sure which one I'm talking to, but I mean, if it's me, there's always spirits in my garage behind me. If that's what you're seeing, just saying. But I've been told before. But I don't know who you're talking to. It might be the shower person behind Chancy.
Or the sober truth is I have no bloody regrets. That is a hell of a name, son.
I come with the best ones. What can I say? But so let's see. The album I decided to bring tonight. See, I know Scott very well at this point, and when he was bringing his album, I'm like, all right. I hear Southern. I hear a little bit of country to some degree. I'm like, all right. I know what I gotta do. And I'm like, and I believe I've mentioned at least 3 tracks off this album on our show at different points because of the topics. So I was like, you know what? I have my fellow paranormal podcaster on our show tonight. I'm going to bring a fucking CD about one of the fucking Knights of Hell, Abaddon. And that's exactly what I did. I brought Boondocks' Abaddon, one of the fucking best Boondocks albums he ever did. And there's so much good content in this CD. And it's actually his number 1 listened to song on Spotify is on this CD with over 14 million, or actually 17 million plays so far. So, I mean, this CD has merit to it, and it literally was the best CD Boondocks ever did. It was right before he left Psychopathic to go join Twisted's label, but as you can tell by the people on the songs. But I fucking love this CD, and I had to bring it because, well, we'll get to more why in this when I actually get to my top. We'll say 5 for now, but Boondocks fucking killed it on this album completely and touched a lot of paranormal topics, and that's why I brought it. So
yeah, Boondocks definitely killed it. Most importantly, my fucking will to live.
I thought I killed that years ago.
No, you can't keep a good gripe down.
Good grief. But Malachi, what did you think of Boondocks?
Well, I did kind of like I'm not a big country fan. I do like it in my Rail Yard Ghosts. It's probably like most of my picks. This is like a Juggalo band, right?
It's a Juggalo
Kinda.
rapper, yes. It's a Juggalo rapper, yes.
Well, you got to talk to Cherry because she's a Juggalo.
Oh, trust me, I can pick up on that the fucking damn matter. Chancy, you would like Cherry. You would like Cherry.
There's some cool shit in there. I got 5 of them. There was a song I would listen to after we're done with this podcast. Not to be like an asshole or anything, just like totally different vibes of music, I think.
All right, let's unleash the Kraken. Chancy, whip it out.
Dude.
Fake out coming in 3, 2.
I honestly can't fathom the fucking dude. It really makes me think of the Peter Steele quote from the back of the Typo Negative album, fucking Bloody Kisses, which is fucking never mistake lack of talent for artistic genius or musical genius. And somebody got way too fucked up at a goddamn meeting at a fucking record label, and they're like, this shit's the fucking bee's knees. Fucking dude, like I kind of half-assed like the first one. This one is just like, okay, let's ride the same fucking let's ride this fucking train until the wheels fall off, it catches on fire, we fucking derail, we cause a chemical spill, we fucking wreck into a whole fucking busload of orphans and fucking nuns. And just, fist fuck the entire population. Audibly speaking, of course. This fucking wretched piece of fucking audible bile is brought to you by none other than fucking Shitbag Deluxe fucking Productions. Fucking fist fuck my fucking dead grandmother. What the fuck? Like, for fuck's sake, dude. I had to listen to this thing 3 fucking times just to find 5 fucking songs that I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go here. I even tried. I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna do the whole, the intro is my number 1 song. Cause Jeremy's gonna be expecting that at this point. But the sad part is that it literally is the only option I fucking had.
Is this how it normally goes between you two?
No, not usually. Not like when I don't like something, I don't hold back. For Jeremy, I'll be polite with the guest if it's not something I'm particularly into. I'll try to find something nice to say about it.
Oh, dude, I'd like you to rip into mine, dude. This is fun.
No, if I had to listen to it 5 times, I would stab myself in the ear with fucking sticks after the second time. Because, oh, God. I really wish I would have stabbed myself in the ears this fucking time, but I had to be able to talk to you guys, so I got to be able to hear.
So do you do the Juggalo stuff, Chancy?
So, yes and no. Mostly no. I like a lot of their older stuff. Like, I enjoyed some of their stuff when I was younger, but now that I'm, an adult, Siskel and Ebert. Well, they're dead, but thanks, Jamie. That's real sweet of you to say so. But like, like their old stuff, yeah, I definitely enjoyed it growing up. But like, it's just not something that I could hang my hat on. Like Guar, I like, and they're kind of like as far kind of absurd that I would go, mostly just because of the shtick. I love the shtick.
Yeah.
This stuff doesn't have a good shtick to me. It's not gonna grab me because like all we're talking about is the worst possible things we can think of. Oh God. If I want to catch up on current events on horrible fucking shit that's actually gone on, I'll watch a true crime documentary. You know?
So like I never really I mean I was at that age. I've actually tattooed like I don't know 2 or 3 fucking hatchet men on people. Is it the wrestling thing? Like I never got into it.
Well, they do that too.
Wrestling's always been like a smaller part of it, though. It's always been about the music first.
Yeah, but the Hatchet Man thing, like that's never done. I don't have any tattoos, but if I was to ever pick a tattoo to get, the Hatchet Man would never even enter the conversation. Yeah, look at you. Look at you.
I'm a gang branded, dude. What do you mean?
You got to get fuck you tattooed on your arm, and then when you have children, put a racing stripe across it. That's the move, dude. That's the fucking move.
Nice.
See, my tattoo, my kids ask what it means. I just say it's the music I listen to. So
I got the Church of Malt Liquor tattooed on my arm.
That's awesome.
So I had 4 honorable mentions for my own CD.
Of fucking course he does.
I got some shit, dude. Like I did get one song I would fucking listen to.
Well, I'll get more into why I picked the CD as I get to some of these songs, but
I get what you were talking about the country thing. I get why you would.
Oh, it's not even that.
Shit. It gets black-eyed children and stuff happening.
Well, my first honorable mention is actually a song I used to love, but I just heard it too many times now and it got old. But Psycho Symphony is a beautiful fucking song.
Yeah, that's what happened.
It is.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Number 8 is The Sober Truth, because that song actually has like some good value behind it. Number 7 is Prophet, because I mean that's just a creepy ass mystical song. And then number 6 is Bloody Regrets, because Big Hoodoo's verses on that song are fucking incredible. Like I love that. That song just speaks about life. My number 5 though is My Night, because I love the fucking way the last song ends to go into that song. We really gonna go party with Boondocks? Hell yes! Squirrels, let's go! Like it's fucking hilarious. Like, I fucking love that song. Like, and it's ICP on it. You gotta love it. And number 4 is Kickdo, because Kickdo is fucking hilarious. And I mean, yeah, it's about spousal abuse, but it's still fucking hilarious.
Yeah. Oh man. So fucking great, let me tell you. Oh, bud.
And
can Chancy go before me? I'd like to hear his. I'd like to hear his review on this album.
No, that's why he finishes it for that reason. But and plus, you gotta love the fucking country as part of that song where Boondocks talking about driving down the road listening to Johnny Cash and like using all his song titles. Like I do.
It was like a redo of The Devil Went to Georgia.
Well, that was the point. That was the point, though. Like they even had the fucking like the violin in the back for it. But number 3 is Betrayal, because Betrayal is a fucking amazing song. And then the top 2 are the reasons I really picked the CD for Scott, because number 2 was Monster, because that's a paranormal song and a half, like just about boogeymen in general. And the fucking Monster is actually the song that has 17 million listens on Spotify. Like that song It's just, I mean, people can use that song for so many, like people who suffer from kickdo type shit can listen to that song and kind of like have meaning to it. So, I mean, it can have meaning for a lot of different people. And I mean, the fucking opening with the girl freaking talking and like in the poem, it's like fucking chilling kind of. And then, of course, number one was Black Eyed Kids because that's the reason I picked this album for Scott. Because on our third episode of Global Strangeness, when we talked about Black Eyed Kids, I fucking said in my pop culture section, and Boondocks is one of the only people I ever heard to do a song about Black Eyed Kids.
I thought you were talking about the fucking TV show from Adult Swim.
No, not Boondocks. Not the Boondocks. But, no, I never even watched that shit, dude. But
that's a great show. You're fucking. This is why I need a support group. Like he fucking hates everything that is good.
I didn't say I hated it. I never watched it. I'm sure
You're like I haven't watched it. I can't. You have to watch it.
I'm sure I would. I've seen enough commercials for it over the years watching fucking Aqua Teen and shit that it looks hilarious, but I just never had the chance to actually sit down and watch the whole series. But
dude, I when I was doing my street interviews this week, it was fucking Comic-Con, and I was interviewing like fucking Batman or something. Who the fuck was I? No, Obi-Wan Kenobi. I was interviewing Obi-Wan Kenobi, and I saw fucking Shake walk by, and I so wanted to like stop the fucking interview and go run up to Shake and ask him if he wanted to do one, but I wasn't an asshole.
Oh my god, that's fucking hilarious.
If I was drunk, I would ask Shake. I would have ditched fucking Obi-Wan Kenobi.
Hey, Obi-Wan Kenobi always has the high ground, thank you, but
not over Shake.
Yeah,
or if it was Meatwad, there wouldn't even be a question.
Oh yeah, Meatwad, I'd be running to fucking ask some questions too, like.
Or Carl.
Oh,
yeah, Carl.
Carl, fucking Aqua Teen needs to come back. They need to bring that shit back. I miss Aqua Teen so fucking.
They made a movie not too long ago. They made another one.
Oh yeah. Really? I keep meaning to check it out. I keep forgetting it exists even. But
damn, I haven't watched that shit since my kids were like real small, dude.
Well, that's when it was out still, yeah. But all right, Scott, what were your top 5 before I let Chancy rip through shit?
Okay, so 5 was Monster. 4 was Dope Boy. That kind of reminds me of The Neighborhood.
I was gonna say, I'm like, I figured you'd like that song. I'm not a big fan of it, but I figured you'd like it.
3 was the Black Eyed Kids. I really liked the part where they mentioned Silent Hill because that's one of the fucking like best horror movies ever. What do we got next? 2.
Chancy's got some arguments for that one, but
oh, you don't like Silent Hill? Oh,
no.
Jesus Christ.
Chancy likes the classics like Hellraiser and Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Dude, if I could watch Silent Hill over again for the first time in VR, that would be the shit. Number 2.
That might change it.
Kickdo. Yeah, so like the devil went down to Georgia. It had like a good beat going on for it. You know?
Looking for a wife to beat.
Yeah. And then number 1, My Night. So it was funny, good beat, and I'd probably listen to that song again.
Oh, that's definitely a drinking song, like Party with Possums and all that shit, you know.
You know, if I did all this shit when I'm sober at work in bad places, I probably would have picked totally different songs if I like spent the whole week drinking, listening to these fucking albums all night long. But that was my top 5.
Well, chance a lot. Let her rip.
Well, my number 5 was Psychosyphilis. Oh wait, I'm sorry. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Number 4 was Bloody Regrets, and I fucking regret ever having had to listen to this fucking piece of shit. Number 3 was My Night, which was absolutely fucking ruined. Number 2 was Black Eyed Kids. More like fuck them kids. Fucking drown them in a goddamn crick.
Hey, don't you use Bagger Bastards fucking hashtag.
Fucking I did say the number 1 was the intro, but at the same time I really did want to try to put something there, and I put Monster at number 1 only because it was the only song on the entire list that had a fucking discretionary label. Like, are you sure you want to listen to this? I was like, fuck yes, I do.
Hey, I had to do that shit too. I forgot about that.
I didn't.
What was in that song that made it have a discretionary label?
I have no fucking idea, but I tried to. I was listening for it. Yeah, I was listening for it. I was like, this sounds pretty much like the rest of this piece of shit. Fucking, I don't know what's going on here.
That was weird.
Why the fucking discrimination against this specific title? Well, you know what? It's going to the top now.
I never heard of any fucking song I listened to. I would say, okay, I want to listen to this first. I don't know.
Yeah, but that's on, like, you're on Spotify, on YouTube. If you're listening to it, it'll yeah, like it does it for the original Rage Against the Machine album. There's like 2 or 3 songs on there where they're like, "Are you sure you want to listen to this?" It's like, yeah, motherfucker.
That's crazy, dude. Because like, when I get drunk enough and I start listening to G.G. Allen, it'll be like a live album of him like naked shitting on himself. No discretionary fucking.
That's probably something else. I mean, I'm not. Is it on the like official Murder Junkies like YouTube page?
I don't fucking know, dude. I tried to have Merle come on my podcast.
Oh yeah,
fuckhead.
Yeah, well, I was gonna say
too big for me.
Yeah, so big time, fucking.
Well, we went through 3 albums of 3 different genres completely, and I asked the musers of the world, "Are you not entertained?" You better be, because this shit's free. So, but
what they don't have to buy you guys a Ko-Fi? Come on, get a Ko-Fi account. Have them buy you a Ko-Fi.
I don't even know what that is.
A cup of coffee.
It's like
coffee.
It's a $3 Patreon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. That may be coming soon. Working on that, but we need to get back on our regularly scheduled specials and everything first before I could do that. I just literally edited our last I had 6 specials lined up to edit. So finally got all that all done. So now we can start recording this shit again finally. But coming soon. More about that in a minute. But first things first, we want to thank, of course, Malachi for coming on, because it's been a fun fucking episode. And Malachi, where can they find you if they want to find you, or if you want to be found?
Well, I had fun, Jeremy. Curbside Chronicles for my fucking street interviews about nonsense questions to a bunch of random people in the city. And then, of course, Global Strangeness with Jeremy, where there are now 4 people. Well, I don't think Michael drinks, but 3 of us original people getting drunk, and Michael.
Not anymore. Not anymore.
I mean, me and Deborah are getting wasted, and everybody else is like straight edge hardcore. So that's a fun show to watch. And that's it. Or follow me on the Facebooks. I don't know
if you can find them.
Fucking click on Malachi.
And Chancy, where can they find you besides crying in your closet tonight looking out for the monster?
Well, obviously the Facebooks, if they can, the scavenger hunt still is open. If you can find me, good luck. Instagram and fucking TikTok is the Red Eye Roundtable. X is Red Eye Table.
What is this X you speak of?
The thing that they used to call Twitter.
Oh, okay.
Yes. Soon it'll be called the Musketeers, but you could,
of course, find $54 million or $1 billion, however fucking much it costs.
You could, of course, find both of your musers on Facebook, where this streams on the Uncensored, Unapologetic, and Untamed UQ Podcast Collective Facebook group. You can find us on Twitter, where this streams as well, or XXBaby as it's now called, at Global Bastard. You can also find us on Instagram under that. You can find us on TikTok as at Global Bastard Podcast. Yeah, I've been lacking on content there. Give me a break. And you can find us on YouTube as Maniacal Musings to see all our past episodes and see our beautiful faces. Well, my beautiful face. I mean, Chancy. Yeah. But you could also find us on YouTube as Blind Knowledge Network, where we stream all our shows on, because all knowledge is blind until Chancy learns that Boondocks is a fucking good rapper, you fucking fucker. But
it's a great show, too.
Until next time, yes, your musers will not be here next week. We will be joining the people over at I Did Not Make These Rankings Network for their weekly draft instead. But we'll be back in 2 weeks with, I believe, the head of the Blind Knowledge Network as our guest. So fun times to come on that one. Let's see if we can get kicked off a network in one night. But but until next time, your musers are out. And remember, watch out for those damn black-eyed kids. Fuck them damn black-eyed kids.